Well, it's been a very busy day on the news front. We have Rabbi Schmoolley going off in New York City, playing the victim, filing a false police report that he may get charged with now. I think everybody could celebrate that. The worst day of attacks in the Iran-Israel war, Israel and Tel Aviv getting absolutely obliterated. We're going to show you that. And then one of the most asinine things that I've ever heard a sitting president say in order to utterly destroy a strategic partnership with another key and critical country. We're going to get into all of that and more on today's episode of The Daily Rumble. I'm Mike Dean, your host, and if you get any value out of this, please consider hitting that subscribe button, like button, share button, and comment down below, as it helps us to grow out the channel and continue to bringing you the hard-hitting news that the corporate news refuse to share with you. Now, let's just jump straight into some of the greatest hits that we have for today. We're going to start off with the ever-hated Rabbi Schmoolley just playing a victim card. Not going to go too deep into the woods on this one, but I just thought it was kind of funny to show this dude's true character in a nutshell. Let's see what he had to say.
Rabbi Schmoolley is a Zionist fucking pig. Get this. Here he is, right on camera. Hi, everybody. I have no problem saying it. Rabbi Schmoolley.
Say your name.
I'm Salvo, baby. I have no problem saying
What's your
it.
phone number? Say that.
Why does he want his phone number? See, this is the thing, like these guys like Schmoolley that just play the victim, but then they try to act like they're more important. Like, what is he gonna do? Is he gonna have the CIA come after this guy? Like, what's the point of the phone number?
Why would I give a Zionist?
Say it all. Say it all.
Zionist pig, relax. Why would I give a
Excuse me.
Why would I give?
Excuse me.
Look at that. Look at him run straight to the police. Watch what he says.
Is attacking me.
This guy is attacking me. That would imply some type of a physical assault, which is a crime anywhere in the United States, but that's a blatant lie. This man never touched him.
I have it on video.
Right now.
I have it on video.
I have it on video.
I have it on video.
It's a hate crime. He's threatening me.
I called him.
Now it's a hate crime to call somebody a Zionist pig, is what he's saying.
I'm a Zionist. I didn't.
He
touch
came
him.
over to
I didn't
me
break
and I
any
filmed
law.
the
I have it.
whole
I have it on video. I have it on video. I just talked to him. I didn't touch him.
threatening my life.
No, I didn't.
He has to be arrested, please.
He has to be arrested. Who does Rabbi Schmoolley think he is? King of New York or something? Listen, and you can look at the officer's look on his face. He's like, "Oh God, I really don't want to have to deal with this tonight. Like I have real crime that I have to stop." And here is Rabbi Schmoolley just taking up our resources. The look on this officer's face absolutely says it all. Now, let me make that very, very clear statement here. I am, and we are at the Daily Rumble, 100% against anti-Semitism. Like, if you are intentionally just picking on somebody because of their race or religion, that is wrong. But there is a major separation between somebody who is a Zionist and somebody who is Jewish, because there are actually more Christian Zionists than there are Jews in the world. So simply calling someone a Zionist is not a hate crime because it is a political ideology. Now, I want to move into the next thing that we have here, because we have a lot that we need to go through. So let's check out the next one, if we can pull that up. Nick Fuentes is becoming more and more anti-war. You would think that he would be all for this, but apparently he is not.
Iran is not my enemy. I don't want to fight Iran. I don't want to die in Iran. You say Iran is our enemy. Why? They have a different religion? Why is Iran my enemy? Because they oppress their own people? I don't live in Iran. I'm not an Iranian. That's their problem. They're not my problem. They're not killing me. I have a greater risk of dying on the highway because an Indian has a CDL. I have a greater risk of dying because a black person's driving on the shoulder and cops can't chase him anymore.
So That's why I said it's kind of weird, because he goes straight into some racist tropes, but then says, I'm against this war in Iran. So you would think the racist in him would be all for the war in Iran. But he's a shock jock style podcaster. That's his thing. So take it with a grain of salt. He might in secret actually be cheering on every Iranian death that happens over there. Who knows? All right, let's get into another one that we have to show you here. And this is a real consequence of, you open up a can of worms, don't complain about it later.
לא יאמן, לא יאמן, לא יאמן, לא יאמן. מיטב הבנים שלנו.
If you read the text here, it says best boys, best boys. I think there's quite a few people in the world who would argue otherwise. These are, they would be like 1940s Germany saying that those soldiers were the best of German society. Probably not. And I think historians in 50 years will be saying the same thing about these guys as they were saying about the 1940s Germans. Now, listen, war is terrible and I hate to see it, but at the end of the day, you guys started this war, so don't complain and cry about it when your guys are coming home in coffins. That's what's happening, unfortunately, with American soldiers now that are coming home in coffins. But, they signed up for it. They did not. Conscientious objector. A conscientious objector. They didn't put that form in. They went over to the Middle East, and now they're coming home in boxes. So I don't shed any tears for them because they signed up for it, and they followed a orange orangutan into their own death. I know that sucks to say because I have lots of military friends. But, don't go to war over there, boys. Don't do it. Let's take a look over here. So more big explosions.
Israel is getting absolutely obliterated right now. Simultaneously, Yemen, Iran, and Lebanon are obliterating Israel at a rate.
And this is Ryan Mata, Shots by Mata on Instagram. Love his content. Sometimes he does tend to put some stuff that's clearly AI on his content, but 99% of the time he is spot on. I've fallen victim to accidentally putting AI thinking it was real as well. So if we make those mistakes, hey, forgive us. It's getting hard to tell, but he does have some good content. He has some good insights here. Let's listen to what he's got to say.
Rate we've never seen. This is the deadliest night in the war with the most destruction and the most violence. Got two breaking news stories to cover right now. So RT just put out over thousands, he says thousands of U.S. Marines landed for dangerous ground op in Iran, U.S. officials. Iraq shit show 2.0. Holy shit. So U.S. sailors, and this is from CENTCOM, U.S. sailors and Marines aboard the USS Tripoli arrived in the U.S. Central Command area of responsibility on March 27th. The American-class amphibious assault ships serve as the flagship of our Tripoli Amphibious Ready group. The 31st Marine Expeditionary Unit, composed of about 3,500 sailors and Marines, in addition to transport and strike freight carriers, as well as amphibious assault attack vehicles and assets. And the Pentagon prepares for weeks of ground operations in Iran. If President Trump approves the plans, such an effort would mark a new phase of the war that could possibly be significantly more dangerous to U.S. troops than the first 4 weeks.
So if you didn't know, this story was put out by the Washington Post that according to their reports with the Pentagon, there will be boots on the ground in the coming days with Iran. Now, they're saying that it is targeted and limited. However, they said the same thing about the beginning of this war. It was targeted and limited, would be over in a few days. Then that turned into a couple of weeks, and then it turned into 2 to 4 weeks. We are now in week 5, going on week 5 of this war in Iran, this unauthorized war in Iran. And now you have Donald Trump saying we're not even close to being done. This is yet another quagmire, and we are about to send ground forces into a country with a 1 million-man army, mountainous regions like Afghanistan, and they have way more coordination, money, and tactics and military equipment than the Taliban could have ever dreamed of. And look at how Afghanistan turned out for the United States. Trillions of dollars, thousands of deaths, tens of thousands of non-death casualties to the Americans, and tens of thousands, if not hundreds of thousands, of Afghans killed, maimed, wounded in a pointless war. And here we are back doing the same thing. Why? Because the military-industrial complex in a foreign country with a blue star on their flag owns everything in the United States government. Full stop. Okay. Let's move on here. Another one I have. Israel is cracking down on their own anti-war protests. So we've been seeing a lot of cracks and chinks in the Israeli armor. Mayors are coming out complaining that Israel's not doing enough to protect God's chosen people. And I guess it's just because they pray to a different God than the rest of the world. I think they pray to Baal or something like that. So yeah, they're not as ironclad and iron domed as they want the world to believe. Their society is cracking and fracturing as their economy is in the tank. Their people are hiding in caves every single day underneath Mossad buildings. So, you know, every time we see one of these residential buildings collapse and fall under the weight of an Iranian missile, well, according to Iran, that was a base of operations for Mossad. So, you know, it wasn't a civilian building. Remember, like the other side likes to say that about every civilian building. So now Iran is just doing the same thing. And you know, you're paying the piper. Now, for the most asinine thing that I've ever heard a sitting president do or say, the award goes to Donald J. Trump. Check this out. You cannot make this up.
He didn't think he'd be kissing my ass. He really didn't. He thought he'd be just another American president that was a loser, where the country was going downhill. But now he has to be nice to me. You tell him he better be nice to me. He's got to be.
What in the world is going on here? Look at this man, Mohammed bin Salman. This dude had a journalist cut to pieces and disemboweled, dismembered, and flown to different parts of the world so the evidence would never be found, simply because that journalist had said something disrespectful, in his opinion, towards him. And now you have Donald Trump saying that MBS has to literally kiss his ass. That's not going to go down well. You are talking about an egomaniac in MBS. And you are talking about the drunk uncle that nobody likes and does not want to see at the family reunion or Thanksgiving or Christmas or Hanukkah or whatever. Who's going to win that battle? Yeah, Trump's got the weight of the United States behind him, but this dude down here controls like 30% of the world's oil. Can send us into a nightmarish Great Depression with the flip of a switch, man. And this moron president just said that he has to kiss his ass. Guys, it's about to get real. And if you want to stay really informed, make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, hit that comment button, and hit that share button and let's grow this channel here on YouTube. We're 600,000+ on our other channels, but here on YouTube, we just started. So kindly help us grow this out. Share it with everybody you know, because it needs to be spread out. Until next time, stay safe, stay free.